everybody? It's another Elevated 8. Chris here. We've got a very special guest, Rob.
Sup, guys?
Schnoortz Glass on Instagram. He's one of our team, one of our Eev8 Premier team glass blowers. That's why he's here in person, because he's local. So I'm super excited to talk with him about his journey through glass blowing, journey with Eev8 Premier, and all that stuff. But before we do that, I think we're going to get Mr. Steve in here and talk with him for a quick minute.
Right now.
Steve in here right now.
Waiting for SSV Steve.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up, Steve?
Hey, Rob, I just wanted to say what's up, and thank you, everybody, for being a part of this Elevated 8. Chris, thank you for being our host and running this. You're rocking. Really excited about this tonight. And, talking about Rob, he's a super integral part here at Eev8 Premier, keeping this place running with glass and with all his love. It's really awesome.
I know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get off of here, I think, and just wanted to say what's up, and thank you, everybody, for joining and all that stuff, and hell yeah, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you,
See you,
Steve.
Steve. All right. Now I think we're getting Casey in here. She's got a quick little ad she's going to do for Eev8 Dolls. You know about Eev8 Dolls, Rob? You know about our bathrooms? Have you tried them?
Yeah, I have tried one.
Yeah,
I love them.
Which scent did you try?
So I don't know exactly what one it is, but it's got the yellow emblem on it, and it's like a fruitier flavor.
Hey guys!
I got two here for you if you want one for you and one for your
Oh
lady.
yeah! These are awesome.
Those are our bath bombs.
Heck yeah.
I love these things. Like these things are amazing. Thank you.
Aren't they? They smell amazing. They're made with linseed oil, which I freaking love.
I love the marbles inside.
Marble's my favorite part
Yeah,
too.
the marbles are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So-
Definitely.
I want to tell you guys real quick about my favorite piece. Because I'm pretty sure, didn't Rob have a hand in this?
Maybe.
Let's see. Let's give it a close look.
Ooh. Yes, actually, I do believe I did. I don't know. Yeah, actually, the joint. So, like that whole donut section, I believe Steve did up the donut, but I did the wigwags for it.
This is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Heck yeah.
Is that all, you guys?
I guess so. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay,
You figured it out. Yes, you go. Yeah, I'll make that piece.
Okay, you guys have a great show.
Yeah, you appreciate it. See you. Have a good weekend. All right, now let's get down into the dirty stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You ready? Let's go. Get started with what did you look like?
Okay,
How did you get interested in it, and then how did you get actually started working?
Alright, so start with my interest. My interest came from like an early age, like 13, 14. I took a trip down to California to go see my uncle, and
Where from to California?
SoCal, California.
Or where did you go from? Like, where were you living?
Oh, I was living in Washington at the time with my family. Like we were living out of Lake Stevens, Washington, in a house right now.
SoCal, where in SoCal did you go?
So San Diego, California. So we went to the pier over there, and like literally, it was like 3 shops that we walked past, and like this, the one before the glass blowing shop that I saw was like this taffy place, and like as soon as I saw this bright light come from the window, I was like, "Whoa! Screw the taffy!
Over
What's
here."
going on over here?" And I saw this dude blowing glass in his storefront, and I was like, I need to be that guy one day. And like ever since then, like I've always wanted to blow glass and never like thought of how to get a part of it or like be a part of it.
Was it lamp working or was it like hot shot glass working?
It was lamp working. So like
So
what
it's
we
totally
do before,
yeah, torches mounted on the countertop.
and then how I got to be a glass blower is the dirty part. So I'm not the greatest kid. I've done some dumb shit in my day, pardon my French, but so I was getting off the drugs, and I came here to Colorado for a fresh start. I met up with this guy named Nick Edming, and he kind of taught me a little bit of the basics on how to like blow tubes and like any like shop maintenance things. So like after he taught me that, he brought me into the studio to work with the guys, and like they just tried me out as like somebody to clean the shop for a while. And like I killed it.
Was it when the studio was here, or was it since we had
No,
the studio?
it's since we had the new studio. Like it was kind of crazy how I like just became the employee because there was two other people that were above me, but apparently I worked hard enough and fast enough that they didn't need them anymore. So
You cared enough. Sounds like.
I gave it my all, man. Like this is my dream. This
Yes.
is my dream. Like
Yes.
being a glassblower. I love working here for Elevate. I love being a part of the team.
I've never watched one of Rob's live videos. Just smiling ear to ear the whole time. Even if you're talking smack to him like I do.
Oh yeah,
He says,
I don't get angry a lot. Like I'm really hard to piss off.
so you're now you're working for Elevate. How did you get the glass blower name Schnoortz glass that you have that you use now?
So that's because of my last name here. Like my last name is Schnoor, Schnoor, and then I just added the TZ on the end of it. Like just it kind of perfect.
Schnoortz.
Schnoortz.
So what's it been like working for Elevate Premier? What's been like your favorite part, your favorite thing you've done because of work?
My favorite part would have to be everything. Like
That's our fun.
doing Elevate or going down to Elev8 Glass Gallery, doing a party out of there, like Sunshine Studio. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
So I really love doing our events. Like it's probably my most exciting time. Like I just like technically change into a different person. I just get more energetic and like I run around everywhere. You don't see me in one spot for like more than 5 seconds.
So when you're at these events, do you blow glass live with the rest of our team?
Yeah, sometimes it depends on what's going on. Like if I feel like everything's calm, I'm not needed anywhere, I'll go blow glass for a little bit, probably make a couple pieces so that way it can be thrown on a pipe or whatever the guys are making after 10.
Steve said, I think also if you get Rob to laugh really good, he'll snort also.
I didn't
Snort,
say it,
snort,
but
snort.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate you.
There was the snort.
There was.
All right, we did it.
That's all right.
Yeah, gold.
So, are you focused on only glass at Elevate Premier, or do you help with other things around the show?
So like I try actually so like I'm not trying to be gloaty or anything about it, but like I am the maintenance man for it. Like if there's anything that needs to be fixed or
It was here a
to
couple
be
of weeks
done,
ago. Fixing the
yeah,
floor.
I was up on the roof. Yeah, so I wouldn't burn. Like it gets hot up there. It's like just been charged
Well,
like
yeah.
every day.
We went to go fix that duct that one time too, where
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
took me to go
really
You
bad.
literally fixed everything I've seen so
Yeah,
far.
so it's like I am the Elevate. I absolutely love it. Like just being able to be everywhere for everybody in the company. Like it makes me feel like I'm a real team member. Like I enjoy all.
So I know we just got this new oxygen system set up over there. We talked to Jeff about that. What sort of more things could you tell us about it? What's your favorite part about it? And what's your least favorite part about it? Because it is different than buying things for oxygen.
So my favorite part about it is like the main part is that it's in comparison to buying or refilling and renting Dewar tanks, and Dewar tanks are a larger tank that you would see with liquid oxygen, which gets vaporized through a system and then dispersed through our units. Well, with this, we don't have to worry about any liquid oxygen. We don't have to worry about the hookups on that. We just hook everything up and it runs. Like, the only thing that we have to do is clean up the filters for our oxygen concentrators. Which that's probably my least favorite part is the concentrators that we went with were a little bit more expensive, and we found a cheaper supplier, I guess you would say. So we're changing over to that. So we're improving. We're making improvements. But like I really don't have much to complain about.
So it just basically just pulls the oxygen from the air. concentrates it inside the tanks for you guys, right?
So-
Or how it's- I'm not.
So how it works is that the oxygen concentrators create the air and pump it into our tanks, our storage tanks. And then as soon, so like you'll have it set at a high pressure. So the pressure would be at, let's say, like 160. So if you keep it at 160 and it drops to about 80 psi, that's when the oxygen system, the what the fuck, I just said it. The concentrators will kick in and activate through the high volume unit, because on the tanks themselves they have these like computers or whatever, and like they'll register how much pressure is within the tank. And as soon as it gets to like 80 psi, it'll kick on, and then those oxygen concentrators take active and like refill the system. So in a sense, we have an unlimited supply of oxygen.
Constantly making our own oxygen. now.
Yep.
So, do you have any other mediums that you make art with besides glass? Do you like draw or paint or anything like that?
So not at this time, but like I used to be into doing tattoos and whatnot. Okay, show off a fleshy part.
Yeah.
All right. So at one point in time, I did my own tattoos. Well, I've done like 5 tattoos, but like this is probably my proudest one, and I did this all by myself.
Oh, it's not.
She's a little naked, but I mean,
She's a cutie.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like doing tattooing. It's pretty fun. It's pretty interesting, but like I don't know. I haven't pursued that recently. I've been more focused on my glasswork and like building like
Shows in your
am.
progress.
Yeah,
Definitely been killing it.
I'm trying.
What was the first item you blew on your own? Did you keep it? And do you keep any other things of your work?
So every once in a while, I like to keep a pipe of mine. I haven't kept any of my. I have one rig that I kept, and that's because like it fought me the entire way. It did not want to be together, but it's together. The first thing that I ever blew on my own would have had to have been a bat.
Nice. It's like a simple pinch
Yeah.
style or a boulder?
Pinch style. And then like it was just me trying to understand like how to collapse glass without like sucking it down or something like
That's cool. And then, so you said that what types of things do you keep nowadays? What types of things? Do you keep things that are super dope, or the things that turn out like maybe cracked or not so dope?
that. Yeah, cracked and not so dope. So like if it turns out dope, like let's say this pipe right here that I just did, if it turns out this dope, it's going to the shop so that way somebody can buy it. Like
Can people contact you directly on Instagram to buy something if they're interested? Maybe?
yeah, if they want to, I'm more than willing to like
Sell your glass.
sell my glass to people curious.
And what's your ad again? Your Instagram?
My ad is at
Schnoortz. Schnoor with a TZ.
TZ glass. Yeah, that's.
What's your favorite thing to buy? Like as far as like a rig, a pipe, or
So my absolute favorite thing to do is probably pipes. I really enjoy making pipes. My Roblox Sherlocks lately, those have been really fun. And those are similar to this. So this would be like the mouthpiece, and then there'd be another block piece that comes off of this side that would be connected at this corner. And so like you'd have a whole entire Sherlock just made out of squares. Oh wait, here
Oh,
we
that's
got
sick.
one right here. So this is one of my
Surprise.
yeah, like this is one of my first ones actually. Like this is like my second one
one of the
Yeah.
prototypes.
ever done, and like I ended up having to fix that. You see,
It's got some more character added to it. What are you talking about?
I fixed that a while ago, but I didn't do a very good job. I think I should take this back and fix it again. Like it's not that. But
Always
yeah,
a critic.
that's what I do. I'm really into like the square shapes, and
I mean, speaking of big square shapes,
Yeah, so
this looks like Thor's hammer.
this beauty right here is a work in progress. I'm going to be making a rock block bong. I'm going to be doing a series of my own block, like rigs and pipes, and like I'm still working on it.
Actually, not just everybody watched. We also like with Danny.
Yeah, Danny Nyberg and I
think it had slide at that point, but we didn't do the whole set.
yeah. And, that whole setup was super dope. I really enjoyed working with Danny on that project. He, I know that you guys saw the bong, and did he tell you that I reshaped it?
I think so.
I think he did. But like he tried to work on it, and he had a complication, and he almost said fuck it. He just like threw it in the water bowl, but he's like, wait. He came over to me and asked me, hey, do you think you can fix this or like do something with it? And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, give me like 5 minutes in the lid. I threw it up in the lid in no more than 5 minutes. I had to shake like, what do you guys thought?
That's dope. That's a good thing to point out too, is that they can come into you and get a repair. Go to Elev8 Premier and get a repair.
Yeah.
Bring your piece into the head shop.
Either I would repair it or Jeff would repair it.
One of our extremely talented, we talked to Sean repair the thing sometimes. Jeff, we talked to Jeff. Jeff does a bunch of repairs.
Jeff kills repair.
Oh yeah.
Absolute monster.
Hit us up if you need it, and if you have a favorite piece at home.
What's your favorite color to work with?
My favorite color to work with would have to be Galaxy Black. Like it is the smoothest, and like it's got that sparkle to it, and I absolutely love it too. Oh yeah, that one's got it too.
It's
Some coolness to it. It's got blue V, but you can't really tell.
We got the set lights.
It's okay.
you could still see that crystal's nice and clear.
It's super fresh. But yeah, Galaxy Black is probably my favorite to work
That's
with.
a pretty new color, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a new color. It came out recently, 6 months ago or something.
Well, how does that work? A new color?
New color. It's just mixtures of different
It's just
elements,
chemicals and elements.
chemicals, elements, like metals and stuff.
Yeah.
So heavy metals.
Like
silver.
our cadmiums are reds, yellows,
orange.
orange. Those are cadmiums, and those ones use
Those colors are crazy.
those
though.
ones use metals.
Colors
More,
like amber purple and stuff.
yeah, amber purple does too. They also have some chemical compounds in it. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, least favorite color to work with.
my least favorite color, cherry. Like cherry.
Is that why? Because of that?
I'll work it, but I don't like to work it because, like, if I'm not working it properly, it'll boil out. Like,
Mhm.
It's little small bubbles in it. It just doesn't look like smooth and nice.
boo boo.
It's not a fun color to play with. Yeah, that's for sure. What about like unobtainium? Unobtainium's not a common.
Unobtainium is alright. Like, I'll use unobtainium in very small amounts, like a dot on something, or like I'll pull it into a strainer, like lay it inside of a pipe, or just nothing more than that. Though I don't use it very
Really high metal.
Yeah.
Messes with how the glass cools down, right?
Yeah.
It's like certain parts cool down faster than other parts and cause stress, which can cause crack.
Gnarly stuff.
It is glass blowing.
Danny joined.
Danny the glass parent.
What's up,
Danny
dude?
the glass parent.
Trenton, thanks for joining. Trent, Australia, thanks for joining, guys.
So your Rob blocks. How did you like come up with that idea? What gave you the inspiration for going for cubes with glass?
So like it's kind of because like I haven't seen anybody do it yet. I don't know if there's any other glassblower out there yet that does these, but I just took the particular interest in it because like
Glass doesn't want to be square.
glass does not want
Shout
to
out
be
Peru.
square.
Shout out Peru.
I absolutely love making square cubes because what you usually see is like bubbles, like flowy apart.
Yeah.
And like to do something like square and blocky and like hard shape, like it's like you look at it like how it's like trying to
Have a snowball of like really liquidy solution. You're
Yeah.
never gonna get a square. You're always it's gonna keep falling in different places. So when it comes to something new like that, what is your process look like? Do you sketch ideas out before?
Yeah,
something?
actually, I will sketch things out. Like it's a very rough sketch, but I sketch things out. I try and play around with ideas and like what I would like to see in my own class. Like I know the customer is always right. The customer would like this, that, or the other, but like I kind of like the customer to like see what I see in my glass and like take pride in it just as much as I do. Like I try my best at this, and I'm not the best glass blower, but I tried.
You try and you care, you're getting better.
Yeah,
That's all you can ask for.
I'm passionate.
How many years have you been on the board? I guess I didn't ask that earlier.
So if we want to consider when I started with the guy before Elevate, I think it's been like almost 4 years. But if I'm considering just Elevate and the serious glass blowing I've done with Elevate, it's probably 3 years.
Wow, that's impressive. Lots and lots of, I mean, you're still going to table here. Lots and lots of improvement just within pieces here.
Yeah, and that's like a small portion of my stuff.
All of these pieces here, hit us up, shoot us a screenshot, shoot us a DM. You don't want to price on something.
Everything's available.
Absolutely. I mean, the piece that's not done yet is not available, but
Yeah,
it will be available.
it will be eventually, I promise.
What's the most difficult piece that you've attempted?
So
It's actually a really hard question.
had a problem. So I definitely have to say this is my third attempt on this one. So this one is kind of hard for me to do because I've got to use such a large. I use a mold for all my blocking,
Right.
and like when I go to do this, I have to have the correct amount of glass when I'm blowing into my mold because if I don't have enough glass, I'm gonna blow this out super thin, and it's not gonna be pretty, and it's not gonna want to be. It's not gonna want to stay into a block form because like I'm gonna have to like press it super hard in order to get like any proper thickness out of it, so that we want to have full blown
Even walls. Like
Yeah. even wall thickness, proper viscosity. But the other thing that is probably the hardest thing that I've worked on was a pigment that I did for one of our elevated competitions, and that was like I did a whole, one straight like slenderous piece that was about like that long, and I put a loop on top of it, and then like I did a whole bunch of spikes off of it. And like attaching each one of those spikes was like super hard because if I wasn't fast enough, like something was cracking in some spot or one of them would pop off, shit like that.
Last one can get hectic at sometimes.
Hey, we got a question. I'm sorry to interrupt. Where did you get your shirt, Schnoortz?
I got it from our studio because we do sell t-shirts. You can get them here. You know,
And use that coupon code Elevated8.
Yeah,
On the wall.
yeah. Use that coupon code.
So for 15% off. Also check out Elevate University if you want to learn a little bit about glass.
Yeah.
Glass sales, that sort of fun stuff, vaporizers. What do you consider the most challenging piece to blow?
The most challenging.
I'm sorry. Sorry about
Get your water, Thirsty.
Excuse me. Probably the most challenging piece would be my mini tubes. When I do my mini tubes, like the easiest part is just making this clear section because I do all that on the lid. But as of like attaching pieces to it, that's where it gets a lot harder because like I need to make sure everything is welded properly and like in unison and flowing. Like if like I didn't weld that properly and there was like a bug right here, I'd probably have a cracker on this whole thing. Like if this B wasn't attached properly, that'd have a crack.
That piece,
Or if that wasn't stuck on there properly, that'd crack. If this wasn't welded on right, this would just pop off at any moment. Like there's so many things that could go wrong, and like my mini tubes, I love them. They're super dope and kind of easy, but like you got to do it right. And if you don't do it right, then it's like the hardest piece that you can make.
It's all about fundamentals.
For Dandy asked, you guys sell stickers or tees?
Both.
Exactly.
Online, in the stores, wherever you want.
Use that coupon code. What's the most amount of time that you put into a single piece?
The most amount of time that I've ever put into it is probably like honestly, I put 10 hours into it.
10 hours straight through, or do you like stop?
I had several stoppages, like several roadblocks, because like I get nervous or like frustrated, and I have to step away. If I feel the problem, like if I'm not feeling it, if I'm not feeling my vibe for my glass, I stop. Otherwise, I'm gonna break it.
Right.
Like there is no doubt about that. Like as soon as I start feeling bad or feeling weird, like I just stop blowing glass. It doesn't matter if it's for parts or if it's for like my own personal stuff. Like I'll stop blowing glass just because I'm not feeling it.
Get your head reset.
Yeah.
How skating goes. There was Smith 7075 said, all of your stuff, it's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Smith 7075, thank you very much.
All right. So, do you have anything to try one single time? And you're like, nope, never again.
So yeah. So we got these really neat molds that are for like soft glass blowing that you can use as glass blowing molds, but like so it's a skull mold, and it's you most commonly see it with Bob Snodgrass because he makes these really large skulls.
Basically, like life size. Just solid.
Yeah, pretty much. And we have this, not the exact same one because they were there's like 5 or 7 of them that were made, and we have one of them that we acquired through, I can't remember.
Through connections, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But like we acquired this mold, and like I've been wanting to try it since I first saw it used. Like I never tried it until probably about like 3 months ago, and it didn't put that on the shelf for a while more. It didn't work out so well. So like I just about had it. I had it enclosed, and my homie Scobie Glass that blows glass out of Elev8 with us. Like, he helped me like enclose it, get it enclosed, and like open it. And, like I started like heating it up, and like apparently I didn't have enough glass in it, so it ended up turning into like this really long Sherlock. And that's one of my personal pieces, because like it was a mistake. Turn it into something cool.
So I know that something you started doing over at the studio is working with quartz and abstract. A lot harder than working for a silicon?
So yeah, it's a lot harder because it takes a lot more heat, and it's supposed to be, if I remember correctly, and you can quote me on this because I have a fuzzy.
We can't quote me. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know how to say it. But anyways, so it's an oxygen hydrogen mix that you're supposed to use.
Pretty sure that's what
Okay, cool. So when you work with quartz, you're supposed to use that oxygen hydrogen mix. It burns at a higher temperature than our oxygen propane mix.
Makes sense. Hydrogen with something.
So when I'm doing things like making these quartz gap straws for you guys, I'll also let you guys know this, that any gap straw that you get, it's probably made by me. And I'll sign it if you want. Yeah, I'll sign it for you if you want. Like the donut gap straws, I do all of them.
That's
like,
cool.
Unless there's like a custom one that needs to be done, then Jeff will do that one, or Sean will do it, depending on what it is. But the donut dab straws and the quartz dab straws all come from my hand. And I start out by pulling those on the lathe, and then I pull on the lathe. I've got our GTT, our base torch on that with a super tiny flame, but it's super hot. And like super fast because I got my set and my mixed oxygen turned up real high and my regular oxygen turned down, but my propane is turned up, so that way it's like a laser beam. And then I take another hand torch, which is like a DTP. No, it's a length. And I'll take that one and put it on the top side of that just to form a mirage. Just a mirage. And then like to form my bubble for the core snapshot just before the tip, that bubble, that takes a big flame. Like I gotta kick on my big flame and then turn that links up, and then like it takes me a minute and a half. It's like a lot of heat that I gotta put into it, you know, like puff it out, form it just right so that it looks good.
So another thing I know you do with this studio is you pump the color. So when you guys are pulling the new section of line tubing, how do you determine like how many of each rod that you're going to use, or what's the order that you're going to use? Are you like imagining what the wigwag is going to look like, or what? Are you just doing it and then see how it turns out, or is there?
So Steve's the one that thinks of the patterns. Like mostly, so Steve will tell me colors. I'll go grab them and I'll go set them out to what I think would look appeasing by also going based off of what he's done in previous pulls. So like I'll try and make it look good, and then he'll come over and he'll do what he needs to do to make it look how he wants it. And he's ultimately the one that has the end say of it. Everything is his, which not a big deal. I love pulling color. I am the one that pulls all the color unless Steve has wild hair and like he wants to try a new method. Like we tried a different way of pulling the color to where we were sucking the color and pulling it at the same time. So like what we usually do is melt all the color down and then pull it. Well, this time we flipped how we chuck it up in our lathe, and we pulled and stuck down at the same time. And it really wasn't a desired method in my opinion, because like it was really complicated in order to pull it, because like we didn't know what we were doing going into it. Like we got pulled color. All of it came out just fine. We didn't lose any, a little bit, but I'm turning that into other things. I'm starting to step into cold working, so like any scrap pieces that we have that aren't like desirable, I've been starting to like try and use them and like shaping. Yeah, that's actually the same pattern. So like these are chunks that were off of like broken color that didn't make it, that Steve cut off of tubing that went into that switch bar right there on the front. And like
That's got some galaxy black in there. Those black lines.
yeah, told you I really love that galaxy. But yeah, I've been trying to work with cold stuff lately, dabbling into that, and like I'm starting to understand how hard that is. Like you gotta have like a precise hand. So any of y'all that do cold work, like lap wheeling and whatnot, it's really hard.
Nice. So, do you do collaborations often?
I try to. I mean, as much as possible. If anybody wants to go with me, I'm more than willing to. Like, what's up? Yeah.
At Schnoortz Glass.
So,
At Schnoortz Glass.
I will note this: Oddball Glass up in Denver. Him and I just recently did a collab. We did two collabs. So we did an Elev8 Veterans piece, and then we did a piece amongst ourselves. And they both look dope, but like I really think that the second one that Oddball and I did is like super dope. I'm waiting for photos on that. Like,
Is that available, or is
that's not available as fucking
nice?
nice.
Nice. Do you have any other collaborations coming up?
I'm trying to do some collabs with Scoey for sure. Sean and I are gonna do another collab because we were gonna do a Sherlock act, like an outdoor event, and we had it like almost completed, and then something happened and cracked, and it's just like, wonderful. And I ended up taking a chunk of that, what he threw in the water bowl, and I turned it into a pendant that's gonna end up with that.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna like peel off this little bit.
I see a little trippy tech.
Right here. Yeah, this is a pretty thick pendant.
Yep, Steve said that trippy tech when you guys did was phenomenal.
Me and Steve have been doing this trippy tech thing lately, and I've been loving it. And, like, I've been taking like whatever broken chunks that we have and been turning them into pendants and stuff like this, framing them or doing weird stuff. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just having fun.
I'm making it look good too.
Yeah.
So, do you smoke weed yourself? Do you consume?
Yes.
What's your preferred method to consume?
So I do smoke weed, and I can't say that it's just for enjoyment or just to get high. With my choice of careers over the years, like I've beat the crap out of my body. So I smoke weed for medical purposes, and like I love herb. I love smoking herb out of the bong. It's kind of one of my preferred methods, but my absolute preferred method is gas. And the dirtier brown, it is like more medical stimulating for my body, because like if I can take a fat dab of some dirty brown stuff that just tastes like straight flour, I'm usually sitting there done for about like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, most people want the clear stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
It's a misconception for sure.
Yeah, the clear stuff.
Yeah, no way.
So when you're looking for a rig or a pipe to buy, what are like some things that you look to find these that you want? What's something you're looking for? A certain bowl size? Do you like to carve on one side or the other? Do you like fume pipes or pipes that are more transparent, or solid color pipes? Do you like a rig that recycles?
So,
You can keep going.
for downwards, I like something simple. Like if it's got like real quick, like I know there's a couple of here. So like if it's got a percolator like that, where it does like a lot of filtration, lots of bubbles, I love that stuff. It's either that or like if I were to do a recycler, I would.
The pink one's nice. It's got a shower head.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, this one would actually be a good one.
I love recyclers.
I love recyclers, but I also like small recyclers.
I like short chuggers.
Yeah, I love short chuggers.
Yeah.
If I were to be able to have a grip of money to spend on something, like,
That's what it would be.
I would get.
Do you have a favorite artist?
At the moment, not yet. Like I had a favorite artist, and that. Let's just skip that question.
What about you, Floofy? Do you have any?
Yeah, do you have a favorite artist? Let me hear
See,
you.
probably. I don't know, maybe Phantom Glass Art is a pretty small time glass blower. He lives up in Denver. But I really like his film stuff. He does really cool aliens. He does lots of UV work in his guys, so I love the UV stuff.
That's why you came out here, because you love glass, huh?
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine, so I've got built a sort of friendship with him over the years, so that kind of helps to playing favorites. But yeah, he's super cool guy, super mindful.
You know what? Actually, I can say who my favorite glass blower, because I've recently like actually got to meet him outside of an event or like
Something formal.
Yeah, it's more like hanging out, have a couple bowls with him, and just chilling. It'd have to be Pogo. Pogo Glass is probably like one of my aspiring artists, and he does kill it. He's a really great guy. He's really wholesome too. Like that guy.
Definitely. So besides the rock blocks, are there any other things you've been working on recently?
I've been working on my shaping. That's why you see this this mini tube right here because like I've been really playing with like how I shape things on the lathe and like really understanding how to work the glass. I've got like 4 or 5 other mini tubes that I kind of did similar to this that are like almost the same. But like there's like differences in details about them. But yeah, that's probably the most I've been working on.
So what type of things can we look forward to for the future of Schnoortz Glass?
More raw block photos. Thank you. New recycler for sure, and that one I'm excited for. Like that one's gonna be saucy.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see it.
Well, just about out of questions. Any of you viewers have any questions?
Steve did say that all the line work is a collaboration, so pretty much you're always collabing if it's something you pulled.
Yeah, realistically, yeah, it is a collaboration all the time because Steve and I are the ones that like stand up.
You do the prep.
Yeah,
It's part of the prep process. Yeah, I think I'm about out of questions for Rob. Let's get Teresa in here. I think. Get Teresa in here. Get her do a little something with us. See what she has to say. And then I think we've got some wrap it up after that. Coming up here, get Teresa in here.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Shoot us some questions quick before we get Rob out of here. Let us know. Some questions.
It's waiting for him right now. And then there we are.
Hey, how are you? You have one of my favorite artists sitting there with you.
Yes.
Don't make him
I
snore.
love Rob. Rob is such an eminent part of Elevate Veterans and all of the things that we do there. I just want to say thank you so much for having him on tonight. I just been watching like glued to the thing.
What type of veteran stuff have you done with Rob?
So every first Saturday, we get a bunch of people together, whether it be glass blowers, I call them civilians from the community, or fans. They just come by and we have food and glass blowers, and they create events, not events. They collaborate on glass pieces for me. So 2 events, this last event, 2 events ago, him and Oddball Glass created a Rob Blocks for me, and it's sold this week.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It did sell this week. I was so happy about
Elev8
Congratulations.
ElevateGlassGallery.com.
Yes, Elev8GlassGallery.com. And so what Elevate Veterans does and how Rob helps me is when we get enough funding, I'm able to give glass blowers a chance to work with a veteran and teach them how to blow glass. So this veteran will get 4 hours of glass blowing lesson and leave with skills and knowledge about themselves even that they never fully understood before. So he's a very patient teacher. How do you enjoy teaching the people?
I love it. It's fun. Like watching people like I'm not gonna like diss on them or anything, but like it's the whole purpose of the class is like to watch somebody just like fuck something up and just like trying to figure it out. Like it's really enjoying to watch somebody else like struggle through the process and like how does this work? Because like I did it myself and like to see somebody else go through that, it's really cool. And like sometimes you get people that are like, all right, I think I know how I can do this and like magically come up with something. Like I've had a couple students come in and like make figurines or like flowers, like just weird random things.
And I bet it helps you stay on top of class because you
Yeah,
can cheat.
it kind of does help me stay on top of glass because I also get like think Rob about it and like I want to make sure that everybody enjoys their experience there and make sure that they leave with all their fingers and toes and stuff, you know, or fingers and hair.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, we've had these events. Elevate Veteran has been having these events since Memorial Day 2019.
Yep.
So we are over a year old. And so every single month, Rob will help me get tables and chairs laid out. He helps me get the grill up to the front. He then helps me coordinate our different glass games for the day. And then he makes sure that all the glass blowers are engaged. And then he goes and either spends hours on the lathe pulling color or goes and makes a piece as well. So without Rob, I don't believe that Elevate Veterans could have these events.
You do a great job too, Teresa. Yeah.
Yeah, our next one is September 5th, and September 5th is going to be a really fun one because Rob and I and James, who is also a veteran, which came to Elev8 Glass Gallery because he won a prize from us and then joined the glass blowing program, and now he's blowing glass for us. Congratulations, James. The three of us are going to be at Sunshine Studios at a nonprofit event for Elevate Veterans. And then and at the studio, they're still going to be having Elevate Veterans first Saturday with Eev8 Premier, and I believe they're trying to get, do you know, Pedro?
Yeah. They're trying to get Pedro to come down and like be a part of something or whatever.
Yeah, so we're trying to get Grime Glass to come down, right? That's Grime?
Yeah, Pedro.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you see him, give him a little nudge for us. We'd love to see him down here in Colorado Springs. So I just want to say if anybody knows a veteran in need, send them to elevateveterans.com or Elevate Glass Gallery under info. I'm there too. And I will do whatever I can to help you. I just want to say Elevate, mind, body, and spirit. And if you want to make money with us, hit the DMs. We're looking for brand ambassadors.
Yeah, we is.
Bye, guys. Happy weekend.
You too.
Well, shoot, that was fun. Do you got any more comments popped up? Any
Well,
questions?
So, Modified Glass came on. Thanks for joining. R Bird, thanks for joining. Sparkle said she's so happy it sold. Yay. Mickey Shell, thanks for all the comments. Rob, thank you for everything you do for this company.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Super fun. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week. We got Windstar going on.
What?
Yeah. Got a giveaway that we'll do next Friday too.
Yeah.